First rule in government spending. Why build one when you can have two at twice the price? They still want an American to go, Doctor. Want to take a ride?
It's a girl who's always okay to go. It's Katrina Porter.
Hi, Anna Serene.
Yeah.
And also, what do you mean by that?
I think you know. Welcome to Split Happens, everyone else.
Welcome, everybody.
Sorry. I go with what I can. Apparently, so do you. Each week, Katrina and I discuss a movie both of us love. However, only one of us gets to say anything good about it. They're the pro of the episode. And that means the other person is the con and they have to attack the movie. Our one rule is the con only has to attack during the synopsis. And if they say anything at all good about the movie during that time, they incur a penalty and will have to say something great about a movie they hate, which the pro gets to decide. So, this week, if Katrina catches a rule break from me, because I'm the con, you're going to hear the sound.
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
Oh, boy.
Hey, Anna.
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
Already?
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shouldn't we get it out of the way?
Yeah.
Your girls haven't been drinking.
Oh, that disclaimer. Is it even a disclaimer anymore? We're just constantly drunk every time we get...
No, I think it is a disclaimer to tell them that we haven't been drinking.
Oh, we say it sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just this time we mean it.
No, we mean it a lot.
Sure.
Well, it's been a while, but not today.
Nope.
And guess what? It didn't take much.
It did not take much. I can tell you, I guess my disclaimer is just only for myself. I apparently don't know how to spell McConaughey. Because not a once did I get it right. Not even close. And I think I spelled it differently every single time.
That's a tough one.
Mine's more like McConaughey.
Which is more fun, right?
Well, speaking of him.
What are you going to do, Anna?
Well, today, so I'm going to try to do, I'm going to fumble my way through murdering this movie like I'm Matthew McConaughey, clumsily murdering this script. And also, I might send Jodie Foster into space wormholes.
Wow. Okay. So, that can only mean,
obviously,
we are doing 1997's Contact.
This was in 1997?
Yes. Oh, when you looked at me like that, I was like, wait, what? No, I'm positive. Yes, that's correct.
That can't be right.
It is. The movie Jodie Foster did before this was Nell, which came out in 1994, which she was nominated for an Oscar for. So quit laughing over there, Chuckles.
I am excited about this.
I don't think you are. You want to know why I know you're not?
Oh, does it have to do with space?
It's because you love Carl Sagan.
Okay, let's go ahead and get this clarified.
Okay.
So if I'm saying anything good about Carl Sagan, the person, and not the book, Contact, that's okay. Why can I say something good about Contact, the book, not the movie?
You're going to have to walk a real fine line, because this movie was based on Carl Sagan's book, Contact, and he played a big part in this movie being made.
Sure.
And he died during the production of this movie being made.
Oh, was he in this?
Sort of.
No, he's not in this.
He sort of is.
Well, I didn't see him. And the point of clarification, I'm pretty sure that the rule is that you have to attack the movie. It's just attacking, you can't say anything nice about the movie, the book, and the person who wrote said book that inspired the movie. are separate entities.
Correct.
Just getting that out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure I'm getting a button push.
Maybe.
It's a movie about fucking space.
I know.
But hey, we're doing that for May the 4th.
Yes, we are.
We're not going Star Wars. We're not going traditional May the 4th. We're just going space in general.
Yeah.
Can I say one real quick thing about hockey?
Yeah, go ahead. It's okay.
I'm actually not. I'm taking it surprisingly well. But, you know, the Avs were knocked out last night in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. But quite frankly, the fact that we even got the Central Division, that we even made it into the Stanley Cup,
Go you Avs.
Kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Because we've just been wrecked with injuries.
Riddled.
And I happen to really like the Seattle Kraken. I was so bummed out when we caught them the first round. But I'm all in for the Kraken.
Crack-a-lackin'?
Yeah, I'm okay with this. Go you Kraken.
You're okay to go for the Kraken?
This is only I'm okay to go. I'm okay to go for the Kraken. This is only their second year in existence.
Aw.
They're already in the playoffs and they just beat the defending champs.
Well, listen.
Okay, yeah, I'm listening. I got that out of the way.
There is a ton of trivia about this movie.
Shit.
I want to mostly talk about the movie because I love this movie so much.
Yes, you do.
I love this movie
Yes, you do.
so much. Look at my face.
I love it, and I don't want to get into any space stuff that I might know because, quite frankly, I'm worried I'm going to be wrong, and I don't want to have to issue another disclaimer about something I've fucked up. Of something I definitely should know about that I did not get correct.
Well, as everyone who has listened to this podcast pretty much it all knows, I love Jodie Foster.
You do.
Love Silence of the Lambs. So a lot of the trivia
Candleshoe.
Right.
Bugsy
Malone.
Yeah.
So a lot of the trivia that I did include is mostly about Jodie Foster.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm okay with that. I love her.
Let's get some out of the way at the beginning.
Yes, please.
All right.
Oh, I can drink.
Yeah, go ahead and drink.
Thank you.
So this was directed by Robert Zemeckis of Who Framed Roger Rabbit fame.
Forrest Gump.
And Forrest Gump. It was, as we mentioned, based on the amazing story by Carl Sagan.
R.I.P.
As we see at the end of the movie, Carl died during the production of this movie, and he had taken great pains to make sure that science was depicted as accurately as possible in the movie.
I bet.
Jodie Foster, who plays our lead, she wanted to make sure that she got the technical jargon as accurate as possible. So for the first time in her career, she had cue cards ready.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Yeah, she really seemed to know her shit.
Well,
does she speak Spanish fluently? Because she speaks Spanish in it, and she was very good.
I think she's just like wicked smart.
She's very too good.
She's way too good.
Do you know that Trey Parker from South Park speaks fluent Japanese?
No.
It's true.
Well, Jodie Foster's research included visits with Carl Sagan and Dr. Jill Tarter, and she was the director of SETI.
Lucky.
Which is, SETI is the study of extraterrestrial intelligence. Sagan also held a little symposium for cast and crew outlining the history of astronomy, and Foster supposedly got really close to Sagan. Like she was really sad when he passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were going to say seance. He held a seance.
Yeah, seance for himself.
Like, he doesn't seem like a seance person.
No, he's science. He's more science.
A science seance.
He's just...
Oh, I love that. A science seance.
Ooh.
Got my band name.
This movie had a budget of $90 million.
Okay.
And made over $170 million. So at this point, Jodie Foster had already won an Oscar for The Accused. She had already won an Oscar for Silence of the Lambs.
Yes, yeah.
She had been nominated for an Oscar for Nell. And everyone believed that she was going to be nominated for an Oscar for this movie. And she didn't. And the heavy, heavy suspicion was because she was pregnant and she refused to say who she was pregnant by.
Oh.
And she got kind of like, they were like, okay, lesbian, And so she didn't get nominated for this.
They okay lesbianed her?
Yeah. They didn't okay her to go.
No.
Right.
Who's the daddy?
They, I don't think, she's never actually said, it was like it's like,
it wasn't David Crosby like
no,
Melissa Etheridge did.
No,
it was like everybody's baby, right?
No, it was a name I didn't recognize. It's like I don't know if it's an agent or a screenwriter, but also it's no one's fucking business.
It is nobody's fucking business.
And she should have been nominated because she was great in this movie. Just from the end.
She's great in this movie. I can say it now.
Right. The end of this movie alone, the last 15 minutes of this movie, just in and of itself. I'm not going to do cast at the beginning. I'll go through it as we go through the synopsis. I will tell you that Peter Jackson did some special effects for this movie as a favor to Robert Zemeckis, because Robert Zemeckis was a producer on Peter Jackson's film, The Frighteners.
I knew you were going to say that. Okay, that makes sense.
We should do The Frighteners.
We have it on our list.
This was Jodie Foster's first experience with blue screen.
Oh.
Did not like it.
Huh.
No.
Interesting. Mm-mm. I wonder why.
I think she probably had been used. I mean, she's been an actor since she was 2. I mean.
Has she really? Has it been that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I only know her from I guess Taxi Driver would have been the first thing I saw her.
Which she was nominated for.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
She was fucking great in it. And we will do Bugsy Malone at some point. I mean, even with garbage, Scott Baio in it, it doesn't even matter. You don't even think about it when he's in it because he's just so adorable. I mean, everybody's wonderful in that, but she is great. She is clearly better than almost anybody in that movie.
Well, there's a real garbage human being in this movie, and we're doing it, so.
Oh yeah, I bring that up once or twice or 5,000 times. I gotta get what I can get.
Okay. Well.
Mm-hmm.
Let the games begin.
Our movie begins in the wide open outer space with various songs playing over the airways. We see a bunch of Dippin' Dots floating through the sky, and as we will see throughout the movie, all of the scenes in space are bitchin' and beautiful.
Okay, no, the opening of this is loud and frantic. And when I was watching it, I felt like I might be having a psychotic break. Again.
Okay. That was me at your son's carnival on Saturday.
This isn't what space looks like.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
It's beautiful.
No, I've seen The Fifth Element like 100 times. It is not.
Okay,
that is the gold standard for accuracy in space in film.
I've seen planets with your son 12,000 times.
Oh, so have I.
And this is exactly what space looks like. It's beautiful. Space is beautiful.
Space is beautiful.
And this is what it looks like.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, I've watched Firefly, and it wasn't like this at all. The TV show Firefly. And then, of course, the coordinating movie, Serenity.
Oh, boy. Okay, next we see a young girl named Ellie on a CB radio, and she is trying to see how far she can communicate with people. Ellie is played by Jena Malone, and she is joined by her affable dad, Ted, who is played by David Morse. David Morse is a big-time character actor. He's been in a billion movies. He's going to do one that we... Oh, fuck. Is that the one we're doing next? Maybe I just remembered what we're doing next.
Wait, LKG?
Yeah.
LKG.
Yes.
Okay, so we know that it's David Morse and it's the initials are LKG. Guess that one.
Well, and I just gave another clue.
No. Stop giving clues. Okay, so she's on the CB radio.
Yeah. I love that this is the way that she tries to communicate with people. I think this is so cool. I can't remember the type of CB radio that they have, but according to my research, it is the Cadillac of CB radios.
How could they afford that? What did her dad do for a living?
Stocks.
Stocks in what?
Windmills.
Windmill stocks.
Yeah.
How specific. Why windmills, just out of curiosity?
Because he loves space. Obviously.
Well, when I hear CB radios, I think of the classic trucker song.
Damn.
Teddy Bear. And this is not Teddy Bear, and that makes me sad.
But you see, I get lonely, and it helps to talk. Because that's about all I can do. I'm crippled, and I can't walk. This was my dad's radio, the little boy said. But I guess it's mine and Mom's now. Because my daddy's dead.
There's not one mention of a teddy bear, for one. There's not a mention of a little crippled boy and his little crippled legs. And there's not yet a discussion of a dead dad.
Well, Ellie's mom is dead.
But in Teddy Bear, the mom's alive. She just probably has an alcohol problem, which we're not going to talk about.
No.
She's dealing with grief.
Well, Ellie reaches someone in Pensacola, Florida.
Is it a real person?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it?
And I think it's a cool thing. Like, her dad is teaching her, cool shit. Ellie asks her dad if he thinks there are people on other planets, and he says what becomes somewhat of a recurrent message of the movie. If there isn't, it sure would be a waste of space.
I feel like Carl Sagan has said that on his delightful show Cosmos before.
This is a Carl Sagan quote that he got from a Scottish poet.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Now we see Ellie as a grown-up, and she is looking at extremely large telescopes, and a cute dork with a pipe calls her Dr. Arroway, and we learn that Ellie... Dr. Arroway? That makes me think of the little worm in Labyrinth. Hello.
Did you say hello?
No, I said hello.
That's close enough.
We learned that Ellie's there studying life on other planets.
I'm sorry.
Now you can't. Now you're hearing it, right?
Yes. Hello. Arroway. Oh, fuck you.
Yes.
God damn it. Oh, no.
Yes. Now I'm pissed that I call her Ellie all through this. And now I wish I was calling her Dr. Arroway.
Oh, I'm definitely going to try and change that in my notes. And that's not something good about this movie. It makes me think of Labyrinth.
Why is that a con? You have a problem with Bowie's bulge?
Do I have a problem with Bowie's bulge?
Oh my God.
Come on. Come on. Don't ask questions like that. You know what? How dare you?
That's a con.
That is a con.
Well, Ellie is there studying life on other planets, and she is joined by several other people who are studying various non-laughable things. Ellie's program is known as SETI, which I mentioned earlier, stands for Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. We meet Kent, who is played by William Fichtner.
Mm-hmm.
He quickly establishes himself as a likable smartass, and I will hear nothing negative about him from you, so shut your whore mouth.
They couldn't cast an actual blind actor. Representation matters, you know.
Is there a plethora of blind actors wandering around Hollywood?
There is. We just don't know it because representation doesn't matter for the blind and deaf and mute.
He's so good. He is so good at Kent. I love him so much.
Do you know what I love him in? I can say this.
Armageddon?
No, the movie Go. Do you remember the movie Go?
Oh, yeah.
He's hysterical in that.
Yeah.
Where he thinks, the couple thinks that they're actually getting hit on by him and his wife, but actually just wants to sell him Amway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Ellie is minding her own business, reading the newspaper, and a friendly, curly-haired fellow with Cracker Jacks comes by and introduces himself as Palmer Joss, and he is played by Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, thank you for this gift.
He says he is writing a book about how technology basically ruins us, and as often as my Wi-Fi craps out, I can't disagree with him. Really?
We're meant to believe this guy would read a book, let alone write one.
Well,
yeah.
I have a response.
Do you? Is it bullshit?
Mm-mm. It's 100% true.
Okay.
Did you know that Matthew McConaughey moved back to Austin to be close to his mom?
Why? Why?
Because he missed her. He wanted to make sure that his children could grow up next to their...
What does it have to do with books?
So she could read to them at night.
So that she could read to them.
Mm-hmm.
Any books in particular?
Elephant and Piggy.
Surprised you didn't say Contact.
Joss says he wants to meet the head honcho named Professor Drumlin, who is played by Tom Skerritt. Drumlin is a bit of a tight ass, and because of this, he does not necessarily love Ellie's chosen area of study.
He's a dick. He's a super true dickhead, and you know it. I bet they called him Drumlin because he was Drum and Steel Magnolia, so it wouldn't confuse him.
This was the first movie he had done since, Singles.
Oh.
Because he was in Picket Fences. He was in that TV show Picket Fences.
Do we have Singles on our list?
No.
Oh, are you not love on that one?
Sure.
It's in probably my top 50 favorite movies.
Oh.
Sure. I mean, the soundtrack alone,
I do love the soundtrack.
Countless times.
Well,
I don't like that he's such a prick in this.
Well, everyone gathers around Drumlin to kiss his ass, and he is a dick to Ellie, so I actually think he's a stupid fart-faced moron butt munch.
I agree with that. I don't like that Palmer, Matthew McConaughey, sits and talks to people so incredibly closely. That is a big con. A big, big, big con. Doesn't he understand what a territorial bubble is?
Well, I have an answer to that.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know why he does that?
No.
He's a Scorpio.
Wait, what?
Yeah. He was born on November 4th.
How dare you? But no. See? No, Scorpios don't do that. We like space.
No, they're really outgoing. They're like, hey, let me talk to you.
Get yourself outgoing out of my face.
Well, Palmer does come up with a pretty sick burn towards Drumlin, which does kind of ruin his chance to meet him and interview him. But in his defense, he is 3 steps closer to banging Clarice Starling, which I think is the better trade-off.
He's so smug.
Who?
Palmer.
Smug?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's smug.
He's totally smug.
I don't think so.
That's what he wrote. This book is called Smug for Christ.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's. Let's be sad that Katrina's Wi-Fi won't work. She's just trying to see her patients.
That was his first book. His second book was Smug for Christ.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I just know he's smug, and it's for Jesus.
Well, Palmer and Ellie are checking out the stars, and Ellie tells him a romantic story about how everyone thinks Venus is so beautiful, but she is actually filled with tons of gases. I don't think she gets out of the lab much.
Well, Venus is full of tons of gases. That's not a positive about the movie. That's just a fact about the planet.
Okay. And so this movie is accurate.
No.
Oh, it's not?
It has not. You can say things about the planets that has nothing to do with the movie. It just reminds me of it.
How do you feel about Pluto being a dwarf planet?
Fuck you. You know what? Get out. Get out.
Wait. This is my house.
Not no more.
But it's not yours either.
It's you on borrowed time. Why you gotta bring Pluto into this? Pluto didn't do shit.
It was to disarm you.
I feel disarmed.
Sweet.
I'm sweating.
Palmer somehow lucks into the panty dropping statement, if there isn't anyone else out there, it'd be an awful waste of space. They go back to her place and knock noble gases. What makes them noble?
Noble gases?
Yeah, like, hear ye, hear ye.
Yes, that's exactly correct. They're blue blood gases. So basically the gases are, there's a little bit of, inbreeding for sure. And then, the next round of noble gases comes through and they're just not quite as effective as the previous round of noble gases. And then eventually they all have gigantic jaws.
Well, Palmer accidentally asks too many personal questions and she's just like, leave your number, I'll be sure to call you, bye.
Yeah, I know she's ditching him because she has attachment issues, but maybe, just saying, maybe he's just really, really shitty in bed. And she's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
I don't think so. That wasn't the vibe I was getting.
I bet he thinks he's an unselfish person in bed, but really he's just a fumbly mess, just like he is with the script.
No, because she was like chilling on his hard stomach, and she could have rolled over and be like, "Oh, I'm so tired." But she was chitty chatting, and then he had to just bring up her dad.
You know what would have solved all of this?
What?
If she just would have given him like a sherbet, like a, right on his tummy. And then he would have forgotten about the dead dad talk, and she would have forgotten about the dead dad talk, and they would have talked about noble gases, and it would have been hilarious.
I don't think she forgets much. Well, we see a young Ellie waiting for her dad to check out the telescope with her, but she instead finds him unconscious. Cut to his funeral. Mm-hmm. Some grown-up tries to tell her, we don't know why shit happens the way it does. And she's like, yeah, if the medicine would have been downstairs, he might have lived. So it sounds like poor planning killed Pops.
Some grown-up? You mean the priest?
Yeah. We don't know why this shit... I do.
I think it's... I better be careful with this. I think it's something to note that the priest, the person of faith, is the one that's telling her from a young age that it's just is what it is. Sometimes shit happens, kid.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, I don't think so. There's a reason for everything.
It almost forced me to feel feelings. I definitely don't appreciate that. That's definitely a con.
You know I don't victim blame. You know I don't.
That's true.
And that is a beautiful house. It was a large house.
Large house, yeah.
Maybe keep medicine on several floors. That's all I'm saying.
Do you keep medicine on several floors?
I keep booze down here.
I can't say anything because I have medicine in my purse, in my at my bedside table, and I have it's called a fish kit in the kitchen, but I have my own little personal stash of like sewing things and flossers and deodorant and acetaminophen and of course ibuprofen. I mean, I have like a pharmacy, like a little mini like bodega in my locker. It's incredible.
You're like walking Brooklyn.
I have a granola bar in there just in case somebody has like low sugar.
Oh, hey, can you get less busy at work? Because one of my pants, this thing is falling out. I need this sewed.
Oh, I can definitely do that. Question. To be an astronomer, do you have to wear a turtleneck?
I think so, yeah. Hope so.
Are they the only profession where you have to wear a turtleneck?
No.
Name one other profession where you have to wear a turtleneck.
Deep sea fishing.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh, I stand corrected. Okay.
Well, Kent tells Ellie that Drumlin has pulled the plug on the SETI program, so she and Kent decide to strike out on their own to get funding to rent telescopes and satellites in Mexico. Ellie has been going all over meeting with a bunch of tight-ass rich people begging for money. In a last-ditch effort, she does a presentation at Haddon Industries.
Wearing a turtleneck.
And the tight-asses are not impressed. But ayo, someone is watching who is. And he says, you can have your money, girl.
And who is this person?
It's S.R. Haddon. But we find out about that later.
Okay.
You brought up her outfit.
Yeah.
She is wearing
a turtleneck.
She's wearing Carl Sagan's trademark turtleneck and beige suit. Mm-mm. Yes, she is.
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. I don't think it was.
No, I'm literally telling you that's what.
No, it was more yellowish.
Nope. Cut to 4 years later.
Yeah.
Kent tells Ellie that Drumlin is trying to convince the government to revoke the lease on the satellites even though she has private funding because he is a real insecure fuck nugget.
She is not a safe driver. I just want to point that out. She is a very, very too bad driver.
She drives like no one's watching.
She should be driving like she watches. And also she should be driving like a police person is watching because she drives like shit. And that comes from somebody that probably drives like shit. And she really drives like shit.
She drives excited.
She drives with passion.
She drives ready to get to the next.
She's okay to go.
She's always.
She should be okay to put on them brakes and drive at a reasonable speed.
Well, we see Palmer Joss on Larry King, and Palmer has become somewhat of a famous God guy up at the White House. And he is asking the question, are we fundamentally a better place because of science, which has led us to be more cut off from each other?
He is very preachy about our dependence on technology, and I took that personally. And did you call him the God guy?
Well, he's kind of a God guy now.
He's a God. I'm just a God guy.
Yeah.
Just God guy things.
He's just guying for God.
just guying it for God.
Right. With his muscles. Well, Ellie starts hearing some psycho-sounding shit coming over the airwaves, and she heads back to headquarters, yelling, "Delinations, 56 seconds, 4 minutes, right ascension, moving array, 35 hours, and strong possible pulse jam." And she says a bunch of other stuff.
You've seen this a bunch of times, huh?
Yeah.
Look over here.
What?
Say what she just said.
Right dissension, moving array, 5 minutes, 36 seconds. Can you hear me? They say some other shit about off-axis and break out the big boy. And then they say some nerd shit that I don't understand. But one thing they say I do understand is, whatever it is, it ain't local.
That's what you understand?
Yeah. Well, and also break out the big boy. Ayo.
Yes, that you understand. But you're not like xenophobic. You're like, all are welcome. Yeah. Not in your own home. I mean, but like in your community.
Yeah. The pulse starts slowing down.
Hello.
And Ellie can hear that it is prime numbers. She's so fucking smart. They determine the pulse is coming from a place called Vega, which is confirmed by a friendly Australian fella. Ellie and her team contact the government to let them know about their discovery, which of course means permanent dickhead James Woods, who plays Michael Kitts, National Security Advisor, shows up, along with dickhead only in this movie, Drumlin.
Trash. Do we see that Australian fella again?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's con. I love Australians. So do you. We love the pirate movie.
Okay, we have, maybe this is pathetic. I don't know. If it's too pathetic, Anna will cut it out.
Probably.
We look every once in a while at our downloads. We've had a shit ton of downloads of the pirate movie this week.
I don't understand it.
I don't know.
Of all the movies that like nobody knows it. You can't even get it unless it's on YouTube.
People just love that pumping and blowing.
Pumping, blowing.
Pumping, blowing.
I love that movie. I love Australians, and I love that one podcast I think I've talked about before, Plumbing the Death Star. It's absolutely hysterical. Love Australians. They don't show them enough in this. That's a con.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting you to be so affable with that.
Well, Drumlin immediately tries to take over, which I don't appreciate.
Asshole.
In this moment, Drumlin does side with Ellie, but he will be a dickhead again soon, so don't get used to it.
Asshole.
A new signal comes in from Vega.
Yeah?
Which is a TV signal.
Yeah, what is it?
Unfortunately, it is Hitler opening the Berlin Olympics.
Great. The aliens are Nazis. I hope you're happy.
No, they pointed out that was one of the first TV transmissions.
Well, that's a problem too.
So it's something that everyone, all countries are going to know because of its significance.
Did you know that it was the first transmission?
Yeah.
Do you think most people would know that it was the first transmission? Or are they just like, Hitler, Nazis, aliens, bad?
Well, this movie came out in 1997.
Yeah.
People knew more back then.
They knew more back then?
Yeah.
They knew more before we had access to the internet.
This generation doesn't know shit. They don't know about Pollyanna.
That's the top.
Yes, I try to use that reference all the time in therapy, and it doesn't work. No one knows Pollyanna anymore.
I literally just tried to use that like 2 days ago,
Good luck.
It was fucking crickets.
Yeah, no one knows.
I mean, unapologetic crickets.
Yeah.
I did not appreciate it. That's a con.
That has nothing to do with this movie.
I don't care.
Okay. Well, guess who's here?
Is it Drumlin, that piece of monkey shit?
No. No, it's not. It's the Queen. It's Angela Bassett.
Yeah, she's got a bad wig. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Okay. It's okay.
I take it back.
Okay.
You can put it.
Okay, no, it's okay. It's okay. We're okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, it's okay.
Oh, God, you got that dangerous look.
No, it's okay.
You got that crazy look on your face.
No,
I feel like I'm going to get killed.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
It's good. Well, Angela Bassett is here. And she plays chief of staff. I think she plays chief of staff, Rachel. Is that what you think her role is?
I don't know. She could be president. I mean, like, Angela Bassett as a whole, like, I'm terrified to say anything bad about her now.
What? I do love Angela Bassett.
Holy shit. Like, do you have a closet with, like, Angela Bassett?
No.
Like, pictures or something?
Jesus Christ, dude, don't say that on air.
No, I had to clean everything out for the movie.
Well, Bill Clinton is president. So we know who's president in this movie.
Yeah.
So I think she's chief of staff. She's too important to be anything else.
Well, I can't tell what she is in this. It's unclear. That's a con.
That is actually a good con.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why they didn't clarify that, but that's who I assume she is.
You know what is clear?
What?
That Drumlin is a piece of shit.
Yeah, he sucks. He sucks.
You know what I hope? I hope he goes to fucking South America and, like, where he was before, but another part of South America, and one of those, like, parasites, like, that swims up your dick. Like, I hope he gets that. I hope he gets a dick parasite.
I can't remember. You see a clip of Bill Clinton. Eventually, they were going to have someone else be the president in this movie. Mm-hmm. They went ahead and went with Bill Clinton because, coincidentally, he ended up having this great speech because there was some space occurrence around the same time where his speech fit in perfectly with the movie. So they went ahead and just used him. Ellie thinks she's getting ready to brief the American people about the discovery. However, that pesky Queen Drumlin edges his way in there and takes over.
I hate him.
As he is the special science advisor to the president. Well, thankfully, Kent pages Ellie. Okay. Should we talk about paging?
Is that what they do? Is he pages
her? Pages her. Yeah, pages her.
Just listen to Tribe Called Quest, Sky Pager.
Gosh.
That'll clear everything out.
Well, he lets her know that huge amounts of data were also encrypted in the initial message. Again, that hoe Drumlin wants to take over, and that Dick Kitts wants to militarize the project, but thankfully, Chief of Staff Rachel steps in and says Ellie will continue to lead the project.
She dresses Ellie down quite a lot. Actually, everybody is, like, fucking terrible to her. A lot. Everybody. Well, mostly men, but there's a lot of female. Like, I mean, it's, I shouldn't even say mostly, just like everybody across the board. They're all shitty and condescending to her.
I think this is probably very, very realistic to what it was like to be a female scientist in 1997. I mean, it's obviously probably way better now, but it's probably not like great, or female anything. And like, yeah, obviously, you know, I love Angela Bassett, but you know, women aren't great to women in the workplace always, so.
I just don't like that. I mean, she knows her shit. And then there's like, can you get out of the way, please, so you don't bleed all over the scientific materials?
I know, but you do have Drumlin, who's probably had a 30-year career, who's probably been published and blah, 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 blah. I don't agree. You know, I think Jodie Foster can do anything.
All right.
Well, Ellie arrives back in Mexico to find an absolute loony circus of take me to your leader nutsos.
Yeah. Do these, I don't want to sound like a fucking baby boomer of all things, but do these people not have a job? How can they just hang out in New Mexico?
Well, funny story.
Oh.
The casting director just kind of sent out a casting call for people that were like, hey, come on out, UFO enthusiasts. And like, these people showed up pretty much with their own costumes.
Y'all.
For the most part, yeah.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I bet all those motherfuckers were in Armageddon too, showing up in like, it's another UFO, like.
Do you think the UFO's gonna land in our lawn?
Oh shit. I just smacked my fucking face in the microphone.
Okay, well, one of the nutsos includes religious zealot played by Jake Busey, son of marginally stable at best actor Gary Busey.
Fucking weirdo. I'm talking about Jake Busey, not his super fucking weirdo dad, Gary Busey.
Remember earlier when you asked if Carl Sagan was in this movie?
Yes.
Okay, so Ellie goes back to her room.
Yeah.
And if you watch the scene closely, when she walks into her room, there's a mirror in her room, At the left-hand corner of her mirror is a picture of Carl Sagan.
Oh, man. I thought you were going to be like, like 3 Men and a Baby. There's a fucking ghost kid in the corner.
No,
or
that's
like
a picture of
Wizard
Carl.
of Oz, like there's a hanging munchkin. Or like, when she goes back to her room, there's, a turtlenecked Carl Sagan in the corner, like staring at the wall, like it's a fucking Blair Witch Project, but for science.
No, it's not creepy. It's just sweet. I told you the trivia was sweet.
But I thought he was actually there. It's con.
Shut up.
So look how excited she is to get email. What a lark that was back then, remember?
I do. That dial-up.
Welcome. You've got mail.
You've got mail.
Yeah, you've got an email. What?
Now I'm like, oh, fuck me.
Dude, I bet I have 30,000 unread emails.
Don't tell me that. That gives me so much anxiety. Do you think you have that many? Oh my gosh.
Going.
Anna, do you need me to go through your email and get rid?
Oh, you do not want to go through my email. It is so much spam.
Is it lots of OnlyFans?
Ew. Gross. Oh, no.
How many emails do you have?
Oh, it's so much worse.
I'll tell you, I have 36 in my inbox.
You have 36 unread emails in your inbox?
No, not unread. I have none unread. I have 36 existing in my inbox.
Okay, I'm going to send this to you because I want your reaction live. Oh, you can keep going.
Okay, where am I? Ellie gets a call and is told she is to meet with someone who has somehow gotten all the information from the Veganites. And when she goes to meet this person, she learns it is S.R. Haddon, her benefactor, who is played brilliantly by John Hurt. Yes?
I understand he's supposed to be eccentric.
Yes.
But he acts and communicates like a serial killer. And he looks like a Bond villain. And you know what? Haddon has a lot of cool shit at his disposal at his plan, home thing. But I don't see wands. I don't see a single wand. I saw Harry Potter. Where's all them wands that he makes?
He's not Ollivander.
No, this motherfucker is supposed to have a shitload of wands. I can't wait to see. You look at this.
Wait. That's not right.
Mm-hmm.
That's not possible.
It is.
That's not Anna. Anna, you have 83,737 emails? Anna, no one can have that much. Oh no. Oh my God.
You look so stressed.
Why? Why do you have that many emails?
I don't know.
Can you send me your logon stuff? I'll get rid of it.
Oh, no. I'm just going to keep it growing.
What's the point? What's the point of having email if you don't?
I thought it'd be cool.
Jeez.
Is now the time to tell you that's like one of my email addresses that has like multiple in the thousand? It doesn't matter.
Okay, okay. He's not Ollivander. He's a great guy. Okay. Well, Haddon goes through a brief summary of Ellie's life. Anna, you've got to get rid of some of those emails.
I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna keep it building like it's the greatest ball of twine in Minnesota.
Okay. Well, this includes the death of Ellie's mom during childhood, her dad's death, everyone thinking she's a joke.
Serial killer. He's a serial killer.
Is that why I like him so much?
Maybe. Because he definitely acts like he's like, I know everything about you. Here we go. I like the way you smell.
But he only sees her from afar. Oh, wait. No, except in this scene, they are in person.
Yeah.
Never mind. Ellie is the only person that S.R. Haddon meets with or talks to in this entire movie.
Not them Russians later on?
Nah, he goes through an emissary.
That's weird. Sounds like a fucking Bond villain serial killer.
Well, then he gives her the real happy news. He figured out the key to decoding the message, which Ellie then gets to use to be like, hey, look at me. I know shit and I'm more important than Drumlin.
Yeah, like it matters.
When they decode the message, they see that also included in it is a schematic to some type of machine unknown in nature. And of course, Ellie wants to build that shit.
Probably a sex machine. Like James Brown.
Ayo. Palmer shows up because he is a bigwig religious advisor to the president, and you can tell the noble gases have not completely turned to ash.
Wait. Noble gases don't turn to ash?
What did they do?
Inbreed. I already went over this.
Oh, yeah. Well, that evening, there's a reception to probably celebrate Ellie because she is so amazing, and she shows up looking gorgeous.
It doesn't matter if she's snatched or not. It does not matter one bit. It's not to celebrate her.
It is.
No, it is not.
It's her party.
No, it isn't. She's going to cry.
No, there's an ice sculpture of her.
There is not.
Yes. Yes, it's her driving. It's like this.
God damn it. God damn it. Because my brain immediately went to girls just want to have fun. Like, well, that bitch got an ice sculpture. I wonder if there's like a weirdo guy like filling up the ice titties. Like in...
Of course.
Oh, it's Palmer.
Well, Palmer's like, I got to get that science snack.
I can see snatch.
Well, but then he says something really stupid about if she loves her dad, she should prove it.
Asshole.
To prove his point that just because there is no proof of various religious beliefs doesn't mean it should be discounted, which is actually pretty clever. It is pretty clever.
Whatever.
It's pretty smart. Okay, Palmer.
It's pretty sneaky.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the schematics become clear that it is in fact some type of spaceship thingamajigger that the Veganites sent, and that there is a small group of people that will be considered as candidates to go. And Ellie is one of them, but of course that bitch Drumlin is as well.
Asshole. Do you suppose the Veganites are vegan? That's a con.
No, they're not.
I bet they are.
I don't think so.
Con.
Mm-mm.
They don't eat no real eggs.
Mm-mm.
They eat that bullshit that I have to cook for vegans.
The actual, ship thing.
Yeah.
Was originally built for Terminator 2.
What?
Yeah.
That big ass thing?
Uh-huh. Maybe the opening scene where they come through and there's all the lightning shit, maybe?
Come through. That's weird.
Yeah.
I guess James Cameron had it figured out that you don't need all that bullshit.
Yeah. He edits.
You blend. He edits. So you're saying that Robert Zemeckis does not edit. Got it.
No.
I agree.
No. I'm saying James Cameron does not edit.
He edited that. Why don't you edit your face?
Well, to make matters more complicated,
Yeah.
Palmer is on the selection committee.
Oh, fuck.
So no more sexy science time.
Yeah, but he still has her picture with him, like with all the other applicants, and he's gonna paint his fucking walls.
He's gonna Picasso that shit.
He is. He's gonna be. Who's that motherfucker that did all the splatter paintings?
Pollock.
He's gonna Pollock her face.
Well, Carl Sagan was to cameo as a member of the committee, selecting an occupant for the machine, but he died before the scene was filmed.
That's a con.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the candidates go through a series of tests, and Ellie makes it through to the final round as the front runner. But wait.
Sneaky snake.
Palmer drops a last-minute bomb of a question.
You sneaky snake.
He asks her if she considers herself a spiritual person, and then he goes further and asks if she believes in God.
Sneaky snake.
Unlike Drumlin, she is not an ass-looking liar fuckface, so she says she has not seen proof either way, which knocks her out, and Drumlin gets the role.
Because he says he believes in God, an even bigger sneaky snake.
He is. He's a fucking liar fuckface. However, I don't think it was wrong necessarily for Palmer to ask the question. Because of what they say. Because of the percentage of people who do believe in something.
Well, I will tell you later what I think about his question.
Okay. Palmer has the fucking audacity to show up to my girl's hotel room with sad eyes.
This bitch.
And she sends his sorry ass packing with a stupid Cracker Jack compass.
Honestly. He's like, can I get another picture? Because I destroyed the last one. He gets out his phone. Hold on.
Stay still.
Oh, shit. This is bad lighting.
Damn it.
And she's like, hold the phone up taller. That's not a good angle.
Well, because Ellie is not a vindictive asshole like Drumlin, she stays on the launch crew team. Drumlin gives her some condescending bullshit about the world we live in to justify being a prick.
Asshole.
But Ellie has been doing some mindfulness and doesn't seem to be reacting to his nonsense like I did when I was watching the movie. They are running a startup test of the machine, and it does look pretty fucking cool.
You know what? She is... What did you keep saying in Step Brothers? The mom and dad were... Not what? Blankets?
Doormats?
Doormats. She's a doormat.
You are fucking high.
I am not.
Out of your face.
I am positive I'm not. Just a little drunk. No. She lets everybody step all over her. Her ambition is completely doormatted by all these other people's ambitions.
I don't think so at all. I mean, she fights really hard for what she believes in. She fought to get the funding. She fought to get the satellites. She fought to get her voice heard. She fought to stay on the project.
They make her seem like, whiny.
Well, they do, but she doesn't have any control over that. She just wants to stay involved.
Doormat.
No, she's not a doormat. She's just staying involved. She's like, listen, this is the fucking world I live in.
Just a nerdy little doormat.
Just gorgeous. I can literally do fucking anything.
Doormat.
Ask my PR agent, Katrina Porter. There's literally nothing I can't do.
Like, help people wipe their feet because I'm a doormat.
No. I like that people in the control room are being a little bitchy about Drumlin being a diva.
What the hell's he talking about?
Can anyone say grandstanding?
He sure knows he's on TV.
Back home, that's what we call a overcooked ham.
Oh, but then, oh shit, we see Looney Tunes Busey. And he
Told
blows
you
up.
He was no good.
No, he's no good. Well, and Ellie, because she's a good fucking person.
Yeah.
Tries to intervene and is like, whoa, that guy shouldn't fucking be there. Yoo-hoo, Drumlin.
That makes her a good person. She's like, hey, I see somebody with a bomb.
No, I wouldn't do this.
You would not?
No, listen.
Okay.
I wouldn't do this.
Oh.
But if there was a person and somebody had fucked with their career over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I can see why someone else would be like, I can see someone with a bomb going towards that person who's just fucked my life up. Maybe I'm not going to say anything. I wouldn't do that.
You all wanted me to shut up before. I'm just over here shutting up.
I don't see anything.
Wish I could tell you about that super sneaky, shady guy that I've seen like a bunch of times is like a religious fanatic. And oh, look, he's trying to push something on his hand.
I'm just standing over here with my female eyes. Can't see shit.
You know what? There are sneakier ways to do bombs besides the thumb bomb thing. It's gone.
I don't know. It fucking worked. It all got blown up. Boom.
Well, I don't like Jake Busey now because he did that. Why didn't they hire Gary Busey? Cowards. He could definitely blow some people up.
He was busy. Well, Ellie is back in her hotel room, and of course, Haddon has snuck another TV in there so they can chat. It's nothing weird.
Very weird.
No. And he tells her that he's living on a Russian space station, which is keeping his cancer from killing him.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Haddon, being the rascal that he is, built another space machine and asks her, want to take a ride?
Want to hop in the back of my van so I could turn you into furniture?
Fuck yeah, just as long as we're talking about in that space machine potentially leading to my death. Yeah, no like, hinky shit.
Yeah,
but
let's talk.
Yeah.
We're just talking here.
Yeah.
And he's as he's like sharpening a blade.
She just wants to go to space.
I can't believe those Russians made it on that spaceship, to be honest. I'm surprised he didn't carve the shit out of them.
Well, I mean, he needs somebody to steer the plane or steer the ship.
Want to take a ride?
I think he's so good. I love him in this.
It is time. Who's not good in this?
Who?
Probably who you're going to talk about next. Yeah. How do you spell Matthew McConaughey? I'm just curious.
It is time to get ready, and guess who shows up? Palmer.
Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
He is not good in this movie. I'm sorry. He is not good in this.
Hey, Anna.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
What?
One time, Matthew McConaughey was filming a movie in Louisiana, and he saw these kids fucking with a cat, and he rescued the cat and turned it into a humane shelter.
And then killed the kids?
No, but he did that. That's a real story.
And he played hacky sack with them?
Mm-mm.
And played the bongos, probably?
No.
And then sold him some weed.
Matthew McConaughey did that. He's a cat rescuer.
That was probably their cat.
It wasn't. They
were probably training that cat for like...
They were actually trying to like set it on fire.
Oh, yeah. Con.
But he saved it.
I hate this story.
Matthew McConaughey is a hero.
I don't remember seeing him save any cats in this movie.
Mm-hmm, he did. It prepared him. Yeah. There's a cat on the side of the spaceship. So... Well, guess who Palmer brings? I mean, come on.
Why is there a cat on the spaceship?
So then he can... Because the aliens knew that eventually he would need to be on set in Louisiana and save that cat.
The aliens knew that?
Yeah.
So why was there a cat on the spaceship?
It's not a cat on the spaceship. It's on the side of it. It's like a drawing.
Oh, you didn't say that. You just said the cat's on the side of the spaceship.
It's like graffiti. Well, Palmer does bring that fucking Kits guy. Don't love that. But Ellie is not thrilled because in the schematics there was not a chair or any type of communication equipment, which is now included in the new one. But internally, she's like, shut the fuck up, Ellie, and get the goddamn ship.
There was no chair?
No, there wasn't any of that. That's why...
Fucking aliens. You don't think maybe a person could sit while they're going through all this shit?
No. Ellie is tucked inside, waiting to take off, giving them a play-by-play, and she tells them she sees something translucent, which looks really cool, but might freak you out if you were sitting there. Ellie is repeating that she is okay to go.
Okay to go.
Which Jodie Foster's interpretation was that she is okay to go even though she knows she might not come back.
Oh.
Well,
that's sad.
Well, I mean, I think she knew that things were kind of like, shaky. But go ahead and send me anyway. It's cool. Well, then the fun really starts.
Okay.
Acid trip time.
Serious acid trip time.
Yeah, it's cool. This is a cool fucking scene.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like acid?
Oh my God. Can you see me on acid?
No.
I can barely tolerate caffeine.
That's true. So this would not be cool for you. You would not be okay to go.
Well, I don't know how. I mean, she must have the stomach of a fucking whatever. How does she not puke?
Oh, yeah. Like I talked about it. I'm pretty sure in my notes. I definitely thought about it. Like how much I hated it. How much I hated it. I hated it. I get motion sickness really, really easily.
I know. Well, she goes through a bunch of intergalactic tunnels and some wormholes.
How does she know that they're wormholes?
Well, she's been talking about wormholes this whole goddamn movie.
Sure, but you know what? What is it? You talk about something one day and then you see them everywhere. It's like, talking about like cars and then all of a sudden you see that car everywhere.
That's a
She's
secret.
always talking about wormholes. She's like, oh, that must be a wormhole. That's a wormhole there. That's a wormhole there. And how did she know she was looking at Vega?
This bitch doesn't do anything fucking else but look at the shit all day and all night.
Not in person. This is all new to her.
No.
Just wormhole after wormhole.
No.
Just filling wormholes.
You're a wormhole.
Sometimes.
Well, after Ellie removed herself from the seat, which wasn't supposed to be in there to begin with, everything calms down pretty quickly. Ellie is looking out in space and says, and there's the last like 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of my favorite part of the movie. I love the end of this movie. She's like,
I should have said the poet. I had no idea.
I love that, and just the way that she's great in everything, but I just love the way she says it, and I don't know. It's just so, I love it.
Maybe there was a poet that was supposed to be, it was in like the selection
It's not
committee.
a two-seater, bitch.
I'm saying that one of the people that was being considered for the position of, space writer that they were a poet as well as like an astrophysicist.
Nah. You next see her looking around on a beach, which I have to say is a gorgeous view.
This scene is bananas.
It was supposed to be.
Completely bananas?
Yeah, it's all, if you look at it, it's all kind of like the sun is kind of like the sky is kind of dark, the beach, it's all kind of like, it's flipsy-flopsy.
Flipsy-flopsy.
Yeah, it's supposed to like to...
I don't do hallucinogenics anymore for this reason.
Well, they wanted the scene to be kind of like disorienting because obviously that's how she would feel.
We think.
Well, I'm guessing in this circumstance.
They're guessing.
Yeah.
What if it's completely smooth riding? What if it's like the smoothest fucking ride you've ever had?
I don't think so.
These guys are advanced technology. Who knows? Maybe that's some cushiony shit that they had planned.
I don't think so. Well, something is walking towards her that is initially blurry, that quickly morphs into her dad. Ellie very briefly thinks it is her dad, but because she is so smart, she figures out that they used her memories to make the introduction easier on her.
That is some seriously fucked up alien fuckery.
It's pretty clever.
Did you happen to remember the thing in South Park about this movie?
No.
Where like Mr. Garrison is like vomiting. He's like,
waited through that entire movie to see the alien and it was her goddamn father.
Yeah. That's all I could think about.
No. Well, it's not.
I don't like that he's like, you feel so cut off and so lost and so empty and pathetic and small and weak, and chronically tired and alcohol dependent. I'm like, I know, but hey.
Whoa, you read a lot into this scene. And again, in this scene, there's a line that I think is just perfect because I think it really encapsulates our country, the world we live in. They say you are capable of such beautiful dreams and such terrible nightmares, which is such a, I mean, that is crazy. What a great line. Which is true. Like, we're really capable of coming up with some fucking cool shit. And we can be really fucking terrible people. Not you and me. We're great.
Yeah.
What? Did you do that? Did you push my book in?
What? No. I don't even know which book you're
my
talking
Cornwell,
about.
right there in the middle, bone bed.
No. I was actually looking at one on the end. I thought that's what you were talking about. No. God, no. I would never.
Okay.
But who did?
I don't know.
A ghost.
J.K. Rowling.
Carl Sagan.
Her books are on the shelf above.
Told you. Such beautiful things.
Exactly. J.K. Rowling is a perfect example. She has written some of, the most iconic characters that have gotten people through horrible times in their lives. And now she's turned out to be just fucking crazy. And we don't talk about politics much on here, hardly ever.
What? Yes, we do.
Usually you edit most of my crazy shit out.
Maybe the conservative listeners we still have are like, excuse me? We ignore a lot.
We like conservative listeners. Just not the crazy ones.
We like all listeners.
Yeah.
We are kind of dependent on that emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
All are welcome.
Ellie is immediately like, well, what's next? When can I come back? And he's like, slow down, partner. And we ain't sure we like y'all yet.
That's fucked up. Come on.
I mean, he's not making promises he can't keep. He's kind of like her. You know, she's a straight shooter.
He invited her.
Well, he doesn't have to invite her back.
Oh, sure you do. That's just polite society. No. Fucking aliens. Fucking Nazis.
No. They're not Nazis.
Yeah,
Say
they are.
that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the first thing we saw was a Nazi.
That's driving me crazy, that book. It's fine. Next, we are back at Command Center, and they tell Ellie they are trying to figure out what the malfunction was, and they say it dropped right through and no time was lost, but Ellie is insistent that it was successful. Now, of course, there's going to be an inquiry, and Kitts is going to be on it, which of course means it's going to be a passive-aggressive shit show.
God,
Kitts is suggesting that Haddon orchestrated the entire event, including the initial pulses from Vega.
Like, no, he's a serial killer, not like what you're saying.
It is curious that they are acting like this is all her doing, like there weren't 5,000 people involved in moving this project it forward, including the president.
See, I disagree. I don't think that they were trying to pin this on her. I think that she's having to answer a lot of questions, but I think it's just questions that they can get around to pinning it on Haddon.
No. I mean, in this inquiry, they're like, don't you think it could have been him? Like, why weren't they asking those questions of themselves before they spent $500 billion on a machine?
She has a vag.
Exactly.
We sure pin a lot of things on, like, male privilege. We do a lot of, like, because they're a man type stuff.
That's right. Pretty right.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just a woman.
Well, fuck off, Kits. I hate that guy. And also, no one could play Kits except for James Woods because he's a garbage fucking human.
Ugh,
Boo.
I hate him.
Yeah.
I hate him.
Sucks.
I didn't used to. But he sucks.
Well, Ellie doesn't back down, and she says, yeah, maybe it's nuts, but it was fucking cool, and I have tripped balls plenty of times, but it was never like that.
I bet she did. She was in New Mexico for a while. Maybe she was... She might have dipped her toes in the peyote pool.
Maybe.
It's
but
possible.
I'll quit talking about it.
Can I say something real quick about James Woods?
Sure. He sucks.
It's not just that he sucks because of his, like, political leanings. He sucks because he sucks. He's like he dates like teenagers.
But that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. He's a garbage human. That's what I'm talking about.
He's a fucking garbage person.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
I know, but I think people would just assume we're talking about that because he's, because of his political leanings, which obviously are against what
No. There are a lot of conservative people that are not garbage.
Sucks.
He sucks.
He sucks as a person.
Yeah.
He goes after, he's one of those people that, like, talks about, like, certain people, like, grooming people, but then he also, like, goes after, he, like, targets teenagers.
Right. He's going to be the ones that are like drag shows of the devil because they're trying to steal your children.
Right.
Yeah. And then give me your daughters.
Right.
Eat shit. This scene, though, like basically every Jodie Foster movie, she is so great in this end scene because you can feel every moment of it. You can feel her confusion. You can feel her passion.
She's like, how dare you Occam's razor me?
Right. I mean, but also you can feel her, like, conviction. Like, she knows, but you can also see her, like, concede. Yes, it could all be. It could be nothing. I could be making this. It could all be a delusion. Yes, but I lived it. I experienced it, and I believe it. And I'm not going to tell you that it didn't happen just to make this easier for you, to make this go away.
I feel that. Like, I feel like that type of, like...
That would be you.
That would absolutely be me.
1,000,000%.
That's not a compliment to the movie.
No.
Say, that is me.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, and I love that. And I think it's cool. I just love it. Unfortunately, her consolation prize, I guess, is Palmer.
Really?
Well, but also...
The guy that sucks in bed?
Nah, he doesn't suck in bed. He's great. Chief of Staff Rachel tells Dickhead Kits that he has some explaining to do about the 18 hours of static that was recorded on Ellie's recording unit. So yeah, Ellie's going to get some of that government funding money. Well, the movie ends with Ellie teaching some young little geniuses about science and mountains and static. And Palmer is nowhere to be seen, so it looks like everything ended well.
Is he back at home?
No.
Folding clothes or something?
No.
Like looking up videos on how, like, to properly, like, blah, blah, blah?
No.
Probably not.
But it really ends by saying, for Carl.
It's done. Yes. It's over now.
Well, then I just want to say, for Carl.
Yeah.
It makes me a little weepy almost.
Yeah.
If I had that ability.
I know.
Okay, well, I love this movie. I didn't get a button push. I think I should have maybe a couple times.
It's okay. I was making up for the last episode.
This movie is so good. You're right. She absolutely should have gotten an Academy Award nomination.
She was amazing in it.
I'm going to say I like her better in this than Nell.
Part of it is Nell is such a hard movie to understand. I mean, it's a strange movie.
It is, and I think it's fine. I think it's Oscar bait.
Yeah, this I don't think this is why you like it, and I don't think this is why you're saying it. You are so much this character. Like this is so much like you stand by your convictions. You're gonna speak your mind. There's a ton of amazing trivia about this movie. The shots, like the opening sequence was one long sequence.
Wow.
Which is crazy. I mean, there's a lot of great trivia about it, but
it's a beautiful movie. It's a beautiful movie that is a love letter to space, to Carl Sagan. For Carl that's real. I mean, that
well,
for sure
a lot of sci-fi space movies. This movie had a lot of real science in it.
It felt technical. Mm-hmm. It really did. I mean, it felt like they got a lot of things right. That it wasn't just like, jargon. Whenever you see movies where you see somebody like, clicking on their tab like, okay, I'm in, and it's just silly. I think it's wonderful. I think it's a wonderful movie. I highly encourage anybody to watch it if they haven't. God, I can't imagine why you wouldn't, but just watch it. You'll love it. It's great.
On HBO Max. It's on Prime.
It's a long movie.
It's about 2.5 hours. It goes by fast. We kind of alluded earlier to what we're doing next. Oh, we should say we love it when we give clues and people try to guess our movie.
Yeah.
Doug in Iowa threw out a guess for this one. It wasn't this. I don't know. Should we say what he guessed?
Oh, I'll say it. Flash. I was so excited when he said it, honestly.
I love that he said. I was like, oh man, I wish that's what we were doing. I'm glad we're doing this, but
anyway, yeah, no, I love Flash Gordon.
Mm-hmm. So the clues we gave you has David Morse in it. Mm-hmm. These are, and the initials of the movie are LKG.
Yeah, and you already gave another one. Don't do any more though. Well, I mean, if we get a guess, great. Like Katrina said, I love it. We love it when people interact and like try and guess. I think it's great. Mm-hmm. We think it's great.
I'm the pro again.
Yep.
You will definitely be getting a button push on that movie. For sure. And I know why.
Oh, that's going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, that's going to be a problem.
Yep.
I can't wait till we record the next one.
It's going to be fun.
Hey, sorry this is not on a Wednesday, you guys. It's going to be on a Thursday, but we really wanted to fit it up with May the 4th.
Hey, May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
For Carl.
All right, goodbye, Katrina Porter.
Bye, Anna Serene.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.